Sir, how much for a bowl?
30K, Neng.
Seriously? For a meatball? That's such a day-like robbery.
Neng, if I could fight the tax, I would.
The bill is 30K plus tax, so it's 34K. Ow.
I'm a student. I need stationery, I need gadgets, I need food. Also, I need transportation. But now, the price is skyrocketing for no reason. How am I supposed to survive in this economy?
Hey, have you been following about the US tariff and also two pillar lately?
Just a little, but it sounds complicated. Can you break it down for me?
Of course, US tariffs are essential tax already imposed by the US government on imported goods from another country.
These charges are typically paid by the companies or individuals importing the product into the United States. On the other hand, two pillars is the policies issued by the OECD or G20 to create a global minimum tax for multinational company.
So, the multinational company get a 15% tax from their annual revenue.
I see. And how it works technically?
Imagine a triangle.
At the top level is an individual level, like you and me. This places is a place where economy and their policies works in our wallets and daily choices.
Special case in Indonesia, which is this country has at least 20% of middle class population based on Gajah Mada University journal.
These populations is a vulnerable actor, which is one kind of unfavorable policies makes these populations becomes down to the lower level.
Talking about middle level, we're talking about the local economy. So, do you know that Indonesia's companies, so many of them relies heavily on the exporting goods to the US? Okay, Indonesia's company relies heavily on exporting goods in some of commodities such as machinery and also electrical equipments, footwears, seafoods, or even textiles.
And by the US tariff, their products become more expensive for Americans, so selling orders drop and they are suffering.
So, this can lead to lower profit or even layoff. And the worst thing is, the layoff happening here in our home Indonesia.
So it hurts our local businesses and workers. For the best of the triangle?
At the bottom, there's a global level.
Their policy could affect the middle and top layer of the triangle. One of them is US tariff. This isn't just about an Indonesia versus US problem. There are also so many things that are happening in this world. As this disrupts global supply chains, it forces countries to pick sides, creating trade wars and political tension worldwide.
One small trade policy that made in Washington create a ripple effect that touch everyone.
Wow! So from personal spendings to someone shown in every local factory, all the way to international relations, it's all connected, right?
Exactly, that's the real impact. One policy, three interconnected layers.
So, how it is affecting Indonesia's tax landscape?
Alright, this higher US tariff is pushing these global companies to remove their production to Southeast Asia. Therefore, it is attracting investors to Southeast Asia, right? But in the other hand, when exporting goods becoming more expensive to America, it is becoming less competitive for the goods from Indonesia.
Therefore, the 15% by the two pillars make the Indonesians' tax holidays becomes more or less effective. And that's why Indonesian government should recalibrate their incentive tax or the fiscal policies to make changing the economic growth of Indonesia.
US tariffs aren't just about the trade. They also change how countries, such as Indonesia, operate within the global economy.
Instead of taking this as a threat to the people of Indonesia, I think we should take it as a wake-up call, realizing that there's always the opportunities despite all the challenges.
If we play our strategy in the right way, we just not survive the world trade shifts, but also stands out.
Because in the end, Indonesia isn't here to follow the rule, but we are here to change the game. So, keep your eyes on us and see you on the top!